Welcome to Tea Time with TINAMO. I'm your host, Tina Mo of the Tina Mo for Show YouTube page and the co-host of the Intentionally Random broadcast, where the conversation is always intentional and the tea is always real. Today, we're sitting down to talk about something deeper than surface level success. We're talking about legacy, what we leave behind, what we pass down, and what will speak for us when we're no longer in the room. And I couldn't have this conversation alone. Joining me at the table today is Crystal from Crystal's World 1980 YouTube page, a voice, a perspective, and a presence that understands the weight of lived experience, growth, and what it truly means to leave something meaningful behind. This isn't just an interview, it's a moment of reflection, a real conversation that connects the past, speaks to the present, and challenges the future. So go ahead, grab your tea, your coffee, or any beverage of your choice. Settle in and let's talk legacy. Hello, 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 hello. Crystal's World, how are you?
I feel great today, actually.
That is ever so wonderful. I'm glad that you're feeling good. Are you doing good? That's the question. If you
Yeah,
might feel away and be doing something else.
yeah, I won't complain.
All right,
I won't
okay. If
complain.
I hey, I understand. That
Yep.
sometimes that's the best thing moving forward is, hey, it is what it is, and
Yep.
I don't mind being who I don't mind being. Oh, we
Yep.
got a couple of already got some members in the house. Is that your membership that's activated over there? Because I know I
Wait
ain't
a
got no
minute,
member.
where? Hold
Uh,
on. Somebody became a member or they just hold on. Let
yeah,
me I gotta
that's
say thank you.
you have a new member. Pink 96 Lover is a
Oh,
new
let me go back
member.
on again. Hold on.
Yes.
Thank you, Pink 96. Thank you, Boo. Shout out to Pink 96 for becoming a member. Thank you
Wow.
so much. Thank you, thank you, thank
Amazing.
you.
Amazing. So glad, so glad. I want to make sure that I acknowledge the chat. Those of you all who have already come in. We have Brit Family Fun as usual. She's one of the first ones to show up this afternoon. I want to most certainly greet you. Um, Thank you for coming this afternoon, because I want to say this evening because I'm not used to being up this time of day. But I'm so glad that you decided to hang out with us. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Tiff's Take is in the building. So glad that you decided to stop by and hang out with us. You may be in the bushes at this point, or in the attic, in the treetop, hiding around the corner. But we're so glad that you decided to stop by here. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Let me stop for a moment. The rails of Mass has decided to support your channel, Crystal, with a 4.99 super chat. So glad.
Yep. I'm over here
Appreciate
now.
you.
Thank you so much, Brad. So you know when we on these lives, I gotta go back and forth. I gotta get over to your chat and speak to people too in a minute.
No,
Hold on.
actually, you can see you should be able to see the chat from, if you go down, do you see the three dots at the bottom?
Oh yeah, I could yeah, you're right. I'll get into that in a minute. Let me
Yeah, you can look at all of
okay.
them from right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I can say, Pink 96 Lover, so glad that you decided to hang out with us today. I see you, appreciate your presence. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. We have Lushana Success Systems in the house this afternoon. So glad that you decided to hang out with us as well. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans.
Ooh.
Mhm. Elevated Chills is in the building. And let me tell you something, and you still running in my background right now. So glad that you decided to hang out with us. Taking a few seconds out of your time to hang out with us, ladies. Greetings and salutations. And of course, as always, you are welcome to my Chatmans. Corey's World is in the building. So glad that you decided to hang out with us. We have another Earthling in the building. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chatmans. Vanessa, so glad that you decided to hang out with us today again. Greetings and salutations. So glad that you decided to hang out with us today. Welcome to these here Chatmans. Trinity Hargrave, so glad that you decided to hang out with us today. Hey, just wanted to say hello back to you. Greetings and salutations. So glad you decided to hang out with us today, this afternoon. And welcome to these here Chapmans. I almost said hey to you right then, Crystal. And I'm like, Antonice Too Real, my co-host and partner in crime, as I would call it, for the intentionally random broadcast that's in the space that they support us. So glad that you decided to hang out with us a pair of seconds this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and of course, welcome to these here Chatmans. I don't know. I think I spoke to you, but maybe I didn't. Melinda, I see you once again. So glad that you decided to hang out with us this afternoon. It's a pleasure to see you anytime that you stop by. Greetings and salutations, and most certainly welcome to these here Chatmans. Okay, I think I pretty much got just about everyone. I don't want to skip anyone because if somebody be like, "I was in there, you didn't say nothing to me." I don't know if I said anything to you. I know that I read your the fact that you became a member, but Pink 96 lover, so glad that you decided to hang out with us. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. And once again, we appreciate your support to the channel. Clock it. Reels of Mass is in here. So glad that you decided to hang out with us again this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. And we appreciate your support of the channel. The Boss Way is in the house. So glad that you decided to hang out with us this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Wow, it's so many of you all. Salute everyone. Chris Trock. Oh, it's Trock. Oh, so glad to see you. Uh, Glad that you decided to hang out with us a pair of seconds this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these Chatmans. B Dubs is in the house. So glad that you decided to hang out with us and take a few moments out of your afternoon to hang with us. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapters. Bick is in the house. So glad that you decided to hang out with us today. Most certainly want to say greetings and salutations to you and welcome you to the Chatmans as well. Hey, Nisa. I'm so glad to see you. You're in the spot today. I hope you over there still cooking up something good. I'm so glad to see you. You decided to hang out with us this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. Coach Mean Reen is in the building. So glad to see you this afternoon. You decided to hang out with us. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. Oh, hello from Russia. Can't pronounce your name because I can't speak that language, but so glad that you decided to hang out with us, taking some moments out of your time to hang out with us, ladies. Greetings and salutations from the US of A, and welcome to these here Chapmans. We have a Melinda in the house. So glad that you decided to stop by, hang out with us a couple of seconds, a couple of moments of your time. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. I'm trying to make sure. Oh, I didn't got down to the bottom of these here Chapmans, with Yolanda being the last one. And so, um, I sit here and I think about you, Crystal.
Mhm.
Um, One of the things that I said some time back is I wanted to make sure that I interviewed you one day. I wanted to take the time out to ask you some questions because I felt like you have experienced some things, you've been through some things. Um, you have such a fascinating page with the things that you share, and you can be so open and so transparent at times. And that is something that I've always been able to not only respect, but be able to embrace in a way. And really, I could say that when it comes to how you share, a lot of times I feel connected in that I don't feel like I'm alone in certain aspects of life with the things that you share. And a lot of times, just being able to go from day to day, sometimes you just want to know that you're not the only one that's experiencing what you're experiencing. And so today, as I talk about legacy, and you came to mind, and it was just a few days ago where when I knew this interview was coming, but I still didn't know what I wanted to talk about, and it just came to me about legacy. What is it that you want to be known for? What is it that you desire um, for someone to walk away with? As it pertains to you, how you think, how you live, how you roll, what you accept, what you don't accept. And so I got a series of questions. Since you piqued my interest, Miss Crystal.
Jesus. All
Um,
right.
and it won't be too hard on guests, but of course, you at any given moment you can be like, it ain't my business. But hey, we're here. We're gonna land this plane as best as we can, even through
Okay.
turbulence, if that be the case. But
All
my
right.
first question to you is, when you hear the word legacy, what does it mean to you personally from your lived experience?
My goodness. From me, legacy means woo, Tina. You already starting off with hard questions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I want to be known as, when I leave this earth, that I was a no holds barred type of person.
Hmm.
Um, I was myself. I'm myself. Um, I'm me. You get what you get. Um, I don't know. I think I'm still figuring that out, to be honest. You want some honesty?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Like, I feel like my life has started over for the 20th time.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody else is same situation, but I feel like I'm starting over again
Hmm.
at the tender age of, well, I'm gonna say I'm 45 now, but I'm gonna say 40. My life started over again.
Mm. Mhm.
I'm gonna say at 40 it started over, and then now again at 45 it's starting over again.
Mhm.
So maybe that's something I'm just still trying to figure out.
And I can understand that because I remember when someone was asking me at one point in time to write a book, and I remember, and at the time I think I was in my 20s, and I had been through a lot even then. By then, and I told them at the time I didn't think I had lived enough to write yet.
Mm,
And so there were things that I had not experienced. There were things that I did not know. There were things that I felt like I needed to know or needed to sit down and allow someone to teach me. And so I can understand the concept of even if I came to a place of I need a do-over, that
mm,
resets the mind as it pertains to how you view legacy. Like I think
mhm.
even in getting older, you it's a wisdom to knowing I'm not ready yet or I don't know yet.
Yep.
My second question. We on the roll already. Uh, who is someone that shaped your understanding of legacy, whether positively or negatively?
Oh wow. Someone that shaped. Did anyone shape did anyone? Honestly? Woo. I'm gonna say my mother in a sense.
Mhm.
Maybe not 100%
Mhm.
because people can only teach you what they know, right?
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm in the midst of that now,
Mhm.
even from just the people I'm connecting with now.
Mhm.
So I'm in the midst of that. That might be a question you can ask me later too, because
Mhm.
yeah.
Would you say that um your impression was negative or positive as it pertains to what you've learned or your takeaway from your mother?
Um, I'm not gonna say negative. I'm just gonna
Mhm.
say it was what it was. I'm not
Okay.
gonna say negative though. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm not gonna say
Mhm.
negative. It
Mhm.
was what it was.
Yeah. I definitely get that. Sometimes that being able to just look at things as they are, you get the
Yep.
opportunity to see every side of it,
Yep.
from an unbiased perspective.
Hmm.
So many times we can ask questions where we want a person to, choose what side of the fence you're gonna be on about it,
Yeah.
But in actuality, we're not one dimensional. And so when we're looking at an individual, we see their flaws, we see their mistakes. We also see the things that make us smile, the things that make us think, the
Yeah.
things that make us frown, the things that you could tell that they did not know, the things that you could tell that they knew, the things that you
Yep.
wish you knew from them. And with all of
Hmm.
that, it creates a full picture, a fuller picture that can't be put into sometimes into one sentence. So I get that.
Yep. Yep.
Um, Question three. What's something that was passed down to you that you had to either carry or break?
My goodness. Something that was passed down to me is something I had to break.
Mm, mhm,
Is just simply putting up with BS
mhm,
that I don't want to put up with
mhm,
for years and years and years.
mhm.
That
I
was definitely
definitely
something
get
that was
that.
passed down to me. I learned people say I do agree that you do have to have your own lived experiences. You cannot fully go by what other people experience, but
Mhm,
I halfway don't agree with that because I I did. I went on that. I'm like one thing I'm not doing that.
mhm,
That's not going to be me. That's
mhm,
not going to be me. Like putting up with a whole bunch of BS for years and years and years and years.
mhm.
Yeah.
And I certainly understand that. Especially as to when you're walking away from something and you realize that you're carrying or you're creating patterns that you've seen before that you don't particularly desire.
Mhm.
And you come to that place where it's like, I don't want to carry that. I don't want to keep that. I don't want to,
Mhm.
like some people call generational curses, which I prefer to say more so like generational decisions. Because my mother did it, or because my grandmother did it, or because my
Yep.
uncles, or what have you, or I saw someone else do it in my family. I took on the persona of this is what we're supposed to do. And then I came to the realization I'm like, that's not what I want for my life.
Yep.
And you decide that, okay, the buck stops here. I don't want to continue this. To the point where, especially with those who have children, I don't want my children to go through what I went through. I don't want my children to go
Amen.
through what I had to experience because of where I learned it from, you know.
Hmm.
On the other hand, there are things that we want to pass down that we've learned, that we've gathered that could be on a positive note too. Not
Yeah.
just the breaking, but the things that we want to carry on as it pertains to legacy. I'm passing down my knowledge. I'm passing down this wisdom that was given to me. I didn't come up with this on my own, but I was able to glean from someone else's life or glean from someone else's conversation and be able to take that and give it to someone else. And so I think that we're both able to learn what we want, what we desire, and also learn what things are good and what things are not good to pass on to the next generation.
Yes, ma'am.
Question 4. We rolling today. Have you ever had a moment where you realized what you were doing was bigger than you?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Uh, Now,
Hmm.
right now, I'm I'm experiencing that right now.
Yeah. Um, would you say that's a
Being
part of your
being
YouTube journey? Mhm,
yes, yes, this is definitely bigger than me,
mhm,
and it's really hard. It's like it's hard for. I'm still figuring out what that is. My I'm still figuring out what that is as
mhm,
well right now. What is it? What is it?
mhm, mhm.
What is the
Um,
bigger picture? Like I know it's a bigger picture. I'm here for a reason.
mhm,
I built a community. This is happening for a reason.
yeah.
What is it though? I'm still figuring it out. I had people tell me, but
Mhm,
just because people tell me don't mean it has to be me. I have to be the one that see it.
mhm,
I have so many people telling me, you know, people will tell you what they see for you, and I receive that and appreciate that
mhm.
wholeheartedly, but I have to see it for myself.
Okay. I guess in that same vein, and we're gonna take a moment after you consider this question. What are you intentionally building right now that you want to outlive you?
What am I intentionally building that I want to outlive me?
Mhm.
Oh, Tina. Woo, Tina, you with these questions. um, Jesus. Oh, what am I intentionally building? Mm, honestly, I feel like okay, on side of the community that I'm building, right? I do
Mhm.
feel like I'm leaving something for my kids
Mhm.
to go back.
Yes.
Lord, you about to have me crying. I feel like I'm leaving something for my kids
Yeah.
to go back on, and they can follow my journey on here
Mhm.
to see that their mother at least tried to
Mhm.
do better and want better in life,
Mhm.
no matter
Yes.
how late it was in my life, you know?
Yes.
Um, so yeah, I do feel like I'm building that for them. So even if they don't understand it now, when they get older and more mature, in the mind, because kids they have to grow up and be wise like us and understand things better like us. They will see
Mhm.
that my mom tried. She did her best. She, you know,
Mhm.
tried.
If it's one thing that I can say and add to what you said, it's the fact that you're doing more than trying. You're doing it. It's more than a try. Sometimes we can look at what we're doing, and because we don't have the clarity on maybe the vastness of how impactful it will be, sometimes we don't always know um, what a person can walk away with the things that we discuss, with the things that we share, with the things that we show about ourselves. Um, but it's the willingness to do it, whether there's fear involved, whether there's times where you like, oh, I don't know if I wanted that to be on there. Well, it's out here now. But they see your courage. They see the attempt not only to make things better for yourself and for them, but you go beyond the extent of your household to help someone else, to let them know that they're not alone, to let them know that it's okay. And where you are is a safe space. These are things that I've learned from you watching you on your channel, that your place is a safe space to be able to discuss things and you're not judging, to be able to talk about things that are sometimes can be detrimental to us. And here it is, you're like, you have the attitude not only of positivity, but of empathy. And sometimes that's hard to find in this space on YouTube and on other platforms.
Ooh, tell me
And
about it.
so, yes, it's very
Mhm.
difficult. You come into some spaces and they have on the outside, oh, love and hearts and hugs. But when you get in there, it's really stabs. They're really trying to break your arm, they want to break
Yeah.
your spirit. And so, when it comes to you, one thing that I can say is, um, I can say that your niche embodies love in your own way. And if nothing else, if that's the legacy you desire to pass on, you're doing it already.
Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Wow. I got to acknowledge the I'm sorry. I gotta acknowledge the chats. I'm gonna give you a break because I know these questions are probably punching like never before right about now. But I want to take a break to acknowledge the chat because we've had so many people to come in, and I wanted to make sure that I acknowledge them. Of course, Tiff's take has entered into the building. So glad that you decided to come in and hang out with us this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the chat. Miss, I know that you had stepped out earlier, but glad to see that you came back to hang out with us. Um, I saw Tasharia. So glad that you decided to come out today and hang out with us this afternoon. Um, we appreciate your presence in the space and greetings and salutations and welcome to these Chatmans. Wow. JGP. So glad that you decided to hang out with us. Don't take your presence for granted. Um, greetings and salutations, and of course, welcome to these here Chatmans. Melinda said facts. Who else do we have here today? Monique, I know I didn't speak to you. So you snuck in while I was blinking, I was looking, but I knew I was gonna get brown back to you. So glad that you decided to hang out with us today. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here chapters. Wow. Um, now I know I skipped somebody extremely important, which happens to be my very own blood, my own veins, of whose womb I have come out of. My mother is in the space today, and she left you a message, Crystal, because I know she ain't talking about me. Uh, my mother says, stepping out on faith is what she says you're doing, which I can easily interpret as you not knowing how the outcome will be, you not necessarily understanding how things will land, but it's a thing of you're trying to do something. You're in the process of doing something. You're putting your hand to something that will make your life and everyone else's life better. Even not knowing how things will
Mhm.
turn out. That is what stepping out on faith embodies. With that being said, of course, Ma, we roll out the red carpet for you. I ain't rolled out the red carpet all day, but we most certainly rolled out the red carpet for you. So glad that you decided to take a moment not only to hang out with us, but you left a comment that was very impactful and so needed for this moment. Greetings and
Mhm.
salutations. And of course, you are always welcome to these here chapters. Ooh, I think I
Well,
spoke to
can I tell
Nisa.
your mom thank you? Can I
What?
tell your
I
mother
don't know
thank you?
why
Miss
not.
Joyce, thank you so much for your feedback. I appreciate that. Thank you.
There she go with the hands, y'all. Grab them. She's waving at you. Tim said, "Mom, roses for you." But yeah, most certainly, yeah. Of course, you can talk to her. I mean, speak, wave, say whatever you need to say. I'm like, you just as much in this interview as I am.
Yeah.
She said, "You're welcome. You're so welcome." I'm gonna go to mama. Hey, mama. But yeah, on to the next question.
Okay.
Um, one of these days I might talk my mama into getting up on here. She ain't gonna want to hear none of that, but I don't know. I might see if I can do some convincing. I have to sprinkle a little dust her way to see if she'll talk to me. Uh, anyway, just I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. I don't believe in no pixie dust or nothing. I ain't with all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I am. But here we are, number 6, the sixth question of the hour. Do you think people are already experiencing your legacy even while you're still here?
My goodness. Oh, do I think?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm, that's
I'm
fair.
not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a loaded question. I,
Is it?
I I don't know. I just have to be
Mm-hmm.
completely honest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
one thing
don't.
that I can say, I can answer the question for you. Yes. You know why I can answer that as a yes?
Please
Because
tell
your
me why.
because
Please.
your legacy that is being created for all of us to see is impacting me. You and I would not be having this
Wow.
conversation if you weren't already in the process of building, of maintaining, of having an active legacy right now.
Mm.
So many times that we think about the last things, when we have our last breath, hopefully they see my legacy. And I'm like, but you had to be here in your teens for it to be built. You had to be here in your 20s. You had to be here in your 30s.
Mhm.
You have to be here in your
Mhm.
40s. And with each decade that you live, somebody is learning something about, from, and because of you.
And I guess it's just hard for me to receive that. I because I don't fully see it. I think it's hard for me to receive that. And that could be because I'm still I hate this. I don't know. Oh Lord.
Mhm,
I don't even want to say this.
mhm,
Bec- I'm still when it comes to this journey that I'm with this, I'm still trying to believe in myself with it because I feel like I'm just still trying to figure this whole thing out. Like some people come in this thing feel like they already have it figured out. I didn't come in this thing having nothing figured out. Like I'm still like just trying to figure it out. Some people come into this process having all the things set up. I didn't have nothing set up. I just came and started just doing my thing, whatever it is that is.
mhm.
So no.
Um,
Wow.
see, in this, it's not just me. Um, I know it's not just me, and I say that because When it comes to the impact that you have, um, phew, be okay. I got to acknowledge you because I got to acknowledge what you just said. By the way, greetings and salutations. So glad that you know I rolled out the red carpet for you. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these Chapmans. And she said it's always hard for us to see our own progress. And I get
There
it.
it is.
I get it. Because it's one of those things of um you don't a lot of times what they say the cliche is you can't see the forest for the trees.
Mm,
You can't see the forest for the trees. When you're in the midst of something, you're just doing what you're doing. You're just living how you're living.
yeah.
And you can't necessarily see how something is being impacted. Like when the folks go in cutting the forest down and they just cutting the little trees that they're around,
Yeah.
but they're not seeing the impact of birds are losing their houses and squirrels don't have anywhere to go. And the ozone layer is being affected and the carbon dioxide and, and all of, the oxygen and whatnot is being affected. And so a lot of times we're just doing
Yeah.
what we're doing because we're just surviving the moment. We're just living for the now or living in the now. Not necessarily for the now, but we're living in the now. But we're not paying
Yeah.
attention to the fact that how many times people have said, thank you, Crystal, for allowing me to be in this space as myself. Thank you, Crystal, because not everyone understands or not everyone embraces me. Thank you, Crystal, for being able to speak to me in such a way that I feel respected, I feel embraced. And a lot of young people
Yeah.
flock to you for that very reason.
That's true. Well, I think that's natural because I'm a mom, and
Hmm.
I,
Hmm.
you know how you have no holds barred with the kids. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. I'm a
I'm
mean
lenient.
to most kids. I mean, until they grow up
No,
to
you're not
understand that.
mean.
Yeah, well, that's how they see it. It's about perspective. Kids are like, she's mean,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, I'm not really mean. It's just that you don't understand what I
Yeah, you're
mean.
not mean.
Yeah, you don't have the
Yeah,
capacity
you're
to
not
understand
mean.
what I mean in what I'm saying. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
I highlighted this message because she said something that was great. Pink 96 Lover said, and leaving a positive digital imprint for years to come. Like one day our children will be able to see our daily vlogs. That's so cool to me.
Yep.
When I tell you that, for one, that warms my heart, and number two, I'm not gonna start crying on here with us. Uh, I'm
Go
gonna let you
ahead.
cry by
Let it out.
yourself if that's what you want to do. But just Jay, I see you. I'm so glad that you decided to come into the space. We appreciate your presence this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. Shanice, I see you. I appreciate your presence as well. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. Just want to acknowledge you and appreciate you for stopping in. Ooh, check this out. My mama said you're in the middle of a puzzle, putting the pieces together.
Mm, you need to pin that. Pin
I
that
need to
message
pin
there.
it. Go on and pin it.
Yes,
I'm
because
gonna start. There you
that
go.
sounds about right for most people. For most
Mm-hmm.
of us, we're
Mm-hmm.
in that. Yeah, you need to pin that.
She's going back to work. Okay. Listen as she drives. Yeah, I get it. Oh, people fear what they don't understand. I know that's right.
Ooh,
Elevator said, "You better not
okay.
start crying." He ain't got jokes. I
Oh,
got the
Tina, we
ugly
waiting
cry.
for
I
you to
don't
drop
really.
some tears on in front of
Nah,
everybody. We
nope,
need, yeah.
nope. Might as well unwait on me. La. Lord have mercy. I know I ain't spoke to you. Couldn't have. If I did, I forgot it again. Greetings and salutations. So glad that you decided to hang out with us today, this afternoon. I do not count your presence as for naught, and I most certainly want to acknowledge you and appreciate you for you stepping in today. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapman. Happy Saturday. Be okay. Oh, wow. I'm trying to make sure I go through a couple of these. And she said, clock it. I don't know if my mama even know what clock it means, but she heard it right then. Uh, that means put a pin right there. That's what clock it means, Mom. I had to tell her because, she been to told me, I don't know what that means. Yvette, we see you in the house today. So glad that you decided to hang out with us a pair of seconds this good afternoon. Greetings and salutations and welcome to these here Chapmans. Okay, I done made it to the bottom of the Chapmans. So we can go back to these here questions. Number 7. Do you believe legacy is more about what we leave for people or what we leave in people?
A bit of both.
Hmm.
A bit of, I think some of both. But I think honestly, the most important is to me right now is, don't get me wrong, it's important to leave the things, but I
Hmm.
feel like it's more important for the internal,
Hmm.
um, what you leave in. That's the most important. That's the way I feel.
Hmm.
It's great that you can leave things. That's
Hmm.
always great, right?
Yes.
But the internal is more important to me. The internal is definitely more important.
I didn't know how important the internal is until I thought about the things I wish I knew because I lost my father at an early age.
Yeah.
Very early. I was 16, I think, when my father passed. And I remember over the years the things that I wish I knew, the deposit that I wished I had. I just didn't have enough time to spend with him to get, and of course because I'm a lot older than he was when he passed, because my father was 36, I believe, when he passed, so I'm a lot
Hmm.
older than what he was. I've outlived him by several years, and so with that being the case, there are things that I don't even know if I could have gotten the answers from him.
Hmm.
um
Hmm.
Unless he had lived to this point, unless he had experienced certain things in life, which I have and he had not. And so, but I think about how impactful it wasn't about, oh, he didn't leave me a car or I wasn't left with a trust fund or something crazy. I mean, not saying that that's crazy because money is wonderful. Cars are,
Hmm.
help you get around, but it's the
Yeah.
internal navigation system, the thing that helps you stay grounded, the things that you walk away from. I want to know. There
Yep.
are things that I know about my mother that she's taught me that I could walk away with and say, I learned this. I carry this with me. I know that I have
Yep.
this particular attitude because of what I learned from my mother, about independence,
Hmm.
about being able to take care of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? To be there for them, to be the
Yeah.
strong one in the room or in the space. I learned those things from
Hmm.
my mother, and so I can walk away with that. But I can't say I know the same things about my father because of just the distance and the early demise and all of that. And so because
Yeah.
I was little hanging around him, and then he got sick when I got older. And so if it's one thing that I can say is the internal impact a lot of times
Yep.
outweighs when the money is go. You can make your own money. you know you can
That,
get that
and
and
that's
get
what
it
I was gonna
again by the
say.
multiples. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's what I was gonna say. If you learn the internal, I don't mean to cut you off, but I didn't. I wanted to finish that
Oh
before I
no, go
forget.
ahead.
If you learn the internal, that can help you get the things yourself.
Hmm.
You
Yes,
get what I'm
indeed.
saying? If you learn the
Yeah.
internal can help you get your own things.
Hmm.
From what you learn, you know, that way. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Um, Question number 8. What role does healing play in the legacy we pass down?
Jesus Christ. it, it plays the hugest role. It plays the hugest role.
Mhm,
Um, the number one role. Um, and I'm in the midst of healing.
mhm,
I'm in the midst of a lot of things. I'm in the midst of a lot
mhm,
of things. You know that.
mhm. Yeah.
But I'm definitely in the midst of healing.
One thing that
But
I
that's the
can say,
number one role.
as it relates to you, Crystal, is that you heal out loud. You
I have
heal.
started, yes.
You have been on a healing journey that, of course, proceeds before I got there. You were already on your
Mhm.
journey by the time I became acquainted with you several months ago. One thing that I
Yeah.
can say as it pertains to you is that when it comes to the legacy as it pertains to healing, it's the thing that sometimes you recognize when you're off, when you've gotten off your healing journey in some capacity, and you say it.
Mm.
Because
Yep.
everybody is always about the thing of, oh, I've been eating my kale. You know what I'm saying? I've been drinking
Yeah.
the
One thing
water.
about me, I
I've
can't
been
fake
taking
it.
the walks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you, on
I
the
can't
other
fake it.
hand, exactly, you're real about your experience. And
Yeah.
sometimes just being willing to say, it's not okay. I'm not okay. These things are not going in the direction I want them to go. I've backtracked on the way I was headed at first, but I'm still diligent and still dedicated to get back on it, to fight for me. For to fight for me means I'm fighting for us. To fight for me is to fight for my household because they're depending on me. And in you just acknowledging that, there are so many people that can say, I can get up again because of you. I can start my journey again because of you. And that right there is an element of healing legacy. It may
And
not
can I say
look
something?
like it. Go ahead, please say something.
Healing out loud is not easy. It's just not. But I don't know what got in me to want to do that. I don't know. Um, I can hope that I'm helping others. I've had people tell me that
Hmm.
of how brave I am. And I go back and forth with myself about that sometimes because like you said before, like that type of space on the internet is iffy. It's fickle, very fickle.
Hmm.
It's not for everybody. And I've learned to be okay with that.
Hmm.
It's not for everybody. It's for who it's for. And I'm okay with that.
Hmm.
I'm okay with that.
Um.
I could literally just stop sharing things, but I'm this is just what I choose to do. Of course,
Hmm.
I don't do every intricate detail about, everything, but I share a lot.
Well, yeah,
I do
you
share a
know,
lot out loud. I share a lot out loud. I do.
absolutely. But the things
And
that you do
it's not
share
easy,
are
but
impactful.
yeah.
Hmm. And I think it's cool too that you're willing to be so transparent. You know. Um. Let me pause for a moment because we had a couple of people that came
Okay.
in. Oh, well, let me
Okay.
acknowledge. B Dub said the most valuable thing to me is the most important thing is time because you can't never get it
Mm,
back. So use time wisely.
with that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, just Danielle 365 is in the building. As you all know, this is my pastor. I'm so glad that you decided to come in to this space and hang out with us. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapman. She said, Amen. And that is so true, ladies. Fixing that inside is imperative. Um, Not only her, I also saw Daniela. I skipped over your comment earlier, or at least I heard somebody speak to you earlier, but I didn't remember coming across it. She said, Crystal, I reached 102 subscribers finally. So glad that you decided to hang out with us today, this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapman. She said that's such a good place to come to. It is who it is for. You got that right. If it's for you, it's for you, and it's a blessing when it is. Um, Tommy Chops. Oh, Tommy. Oh, good to see you. Hey Tina, good to hear your lovely voice finally. Hey Auntie, so glad that you decided to hang out with me today, Tommy. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. Diamond Dimes is in the space with us. So glad that you decided to hang out with us this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. Um, but yeah, you are healing out loud. And while it may not be an easy thing for you, uh, because it's the out loud part for me. Because a lot of times, if we could hide in a closet somewhere and just do our own thing, and just come out, looking shiny and wonderful, that'll be great. But on the other hand, um, when you do face the challenge and you're willing to be seen, and you're willing to be vulnerable, and you're willing to be transparent with people, I do believe that it impacts so many people. And I don't want to ever take that for granted that someone showed us that you can live out loud, that you can heal out loud, that you could share your legacy
Yeah.
with someone else out loud. Number 9, and we almost out of here.
Ooh, I
How,
can't believe it.
oh yeah, how do you want to be remembered by the people closest to you?
Oh wow. Um, that would be my children. um, I just want to be remembered as the mom. I'm just literally speaking about my kids. What I
Hmm.
want, because to me, honestly, for that's really what matters to me. I just want my kids to know that and understand and realize that my mom did the best that she could with what she had. She never stopped wanting better for our family.
Hmm.
It's just, man, when I tell you it's this when you it's just it's about my babies. It is. Um it is. And I understand me having a platform is I have impact on other people as well. But the closest people to me are my babies.
Hmm.
And I just want them to know that mommy never gave up. My mother never gave up. She tried till the last day.
Hmm. Hmm.
I just want them to know that and see that. I know they're going to see that because this is not going anywhere. I'm not deleting nothing off of here.
Hmm.
Nothing is getting deleted. If it get taken down, you taking it down. So, yeah. And I feel like that's my kids tell me all the time that I'm a great mom.
Hmm.
But as parents, sometimes we just feel like we don't do enough. I don't know if any other parents out there suffer from mom guilt, but I do.
I think that, if I'm honest, I think that is what every parent, every good parent carries.
Yeah.
Am I doing enough?
Yep.
Am I too hard? Am I too soft?
Yep.
Am I holding back too much? Am I giving them too much?
Yep.
Because you just want them to flourish.
Yep.
You want them to be successful. And you want them to be able to see you in the light of being all of what you desire to be to them, which is just a good parent.
Yep.
And it carries a weight. that a lot of children don't even get to understand until they become parents of their own, of their own,
Yeah.
and create their own families. But even before then, you'd hope that they're able to see something now, to see your
Yeah.
resilience, to see your care, not just the care as it pertains to them, but the care as it pertains to yourself, because you're just as important to them. Your livelihood, your success, your ability to survive, your healing, your health, your wealth is just as important to those children as they are to you in your trying to provide for them and give to them and leave to them the legacy in which you desire to leave with them.
Yeah.
Last question. Number 10. What's one thing you hope people smile about when they think of you?
Oh, um, one thing I would love for people. Um, ooh, Tina, wouldn't even think that question would be hard.
Mm,
Um, it's not hard. Let me just think for a second. Oh, shoot. Just me that I don't know that I mean, say that question again, Tina.
What's one thing you hope people smile about when they think of you?
Hmm. My desire, my desire to never, my desire to always never being afraid to start over. Because one thing about me is I didn't show y'all. I'm still showing y'all. I just recorded a video today. Listen, one thing about me, like you said earlier, I'm always honest. If I start something and I mess up, I'm willing to talk about that. I'm honest about it. My desire to, I'm always going to start over. If I start something and I mess up, I'm going to let y'all know, but I'm always going to start over again. I'm never going to try. I'm never going to stop trying. Because
Hmm.
sometimes we get to points in our life where we stop trying because we're just tired, right?
Hmm.
But no matter what, we have to continue to just keep trying. Nothing
Hmm.
is perfect. And that's just what it is. Never, never, never not continue to just keep trying. Just keep trying.
Hmm.
And I always show that. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm getting ready to do this, but I might slack on it, right? And I'm okay with sharing that. I'm never gonna ever get on this internet and pretend like my everything that I'm doing is perfect, because it's not. I have so many things going on in my damn life right now. Like, I'm just trying to get it right.
Hmm.
And my desire to never give up and to keep starting over as many times as you have to. As
Hmm.
many times as you have to. No matter what that may be.
Mm. That's definitely something to smile about. Your resilience. You
Mhm.
faced it all with your head held high, willing to accept the ridicule of not getting it right all the time, but you kept
Mhm.
it pushing.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that um I believe that's the impression that you will leave, is that you kept on going. And not just kept going to where you're on a hamster wheel forever going around in a circle, but you're actually successful.
Am
You are.
I?
Um,
Mm.
as always, I am quoting somebody's scripture. The Bible says, despise not small beginnings. Sometimes success doesn't look like success because we don't start counting until it gets big.
Mm. Talk to me.
Yeah. And so sometimes it's the thing about it's the little victories.
Yeah.
Sometimes the smallest victory is in getting up to face the day again. That I didn't
Mm.
just lay in that bed and rot
Mm.
and give up, to throw in the towel, but you got up. You decide I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna make these mashed potatoes in this asparagus or whatever in the world you be cooking over there, and you keep going, and you have something positive to say, even when you don't feel your best. You can still laugh. That is real victory. Now, when you could drive down the street with the Rolls Royce, that's nice. Now, when you got rings on every finger, but the fact that you'll do it again tomorrow, even if
Mm.
tomorrow don't look the way you want it to look,
Mm.
that is success.
My
You
goodness.
succeeded yesterday. You're
And
succeeding today.
and I gotta agree with that because there was a point in time where I didn't even want to get out the bed, and there was times where I didn't get out the bed. But now every day I get out the bed.
Hmm.
So yes,
Hmm.
you're absolutely right, Tina, with that.
Coach said, never give up on you. B Dove said, this is a great interview. Very good, Tina and Crystal. Powerful. Y'all definitely touching people. Thank you, Queens. Thank you, B Dub. You got
Thank
me
you,
on
B
here
Dub.
blushing. I didn't expect that. That threw me. I was reading it and I didn't expect for him to say that. Danielle said, do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. Coming from Zechariah chapter 4, verse 10.
Ooh.
It, uh, it is something else to know that because you got up, God rejoiced. When ain't nobody else rooting for you, or even when there's no pom poms nowhere, when there's no applause anywhere that you can hear, when nobody even knows the struggle of which you're experiencing, the Lord Himself rejoices to see the work begin. It's working.
Mm.
She said it again. God is rejoicing while we are saying it is not good enough. Wow.
Mm.
That baby said, "Ain't that enough?" I done broke out calling him a baby. I don't know this man. I don't know. I don't even know if it's a man or a woman. My bad. No, it said Justin. Hey, Justin. Wow. Hope your name is Justin. Well, check this out. I appreciate you coming, whomever you may be. I think it said Justin though. But I'm so glad that you decided to take a few moments out of your day to come hang out with us. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. And thank you. Big Will, I did see you. I saw you and I saw Big D. I want to acknowledge both of you all, let you know that we appreciate your presence. Thank you for coming out this afternoon. Greetings and salutations and welcome to these here Chapmans. And Sumana, thank you for coming in. I'm not familiar with your page, but I'm so glad that you decided to hang out with us today. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. And hopefully, I didn't chop and screw your name. I said it right that time. Vegan Kings is in the building. So glad that you decided to hang out with us a pair of seconds. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. I love the prophet Zechariah. May peace and blessings be upon him. My mama said, and I always like to quote her because she be saying she only say stuff when she feel like it's important. She said, "Because you could have stayed down, Crystal.
You're right.
You could have, but you didn't."
I didn't.
Hmm.
And I had to realize that myself.
Yeah.
I say
You-
it. I say it, but I just don't truly realize that. Like I was at one point in time, I was in a deep sunken place, but I'm not there no more. I gotta acknowledge that more. I'm not there, and I'm not going back there. I'm not. I don't care what comes my way, because Tina, you know, I'm going through something right now that could really take me there, right? But I'm not going
Mhm.
there. I'm
Mhm.
not going to allow that to happen.
Mhm. Um.
Yeah.
And I do understand. Gabriel, so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. This afternoon. The sun is up this afternoon. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapman. So glad to see you. Um, One thing that I can say, um, is that you have more rooting for you than you have that's fighting against you. The matter of fact, Scripture says, "Greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world." Because
Okay.
God blew His breath into your nostrils, you have life. If He takes that breath away, you never breathe another day in your life. So every day that you decide that you're going to use that breath that He gave you to get up, to move, that's where the business is.
I so
That's where
agree
the
with that.
blessing
Amen.
is.
Amen.
In knowing that you got more rooting for you, regardless to what's going on in your life. And it can be hard. And I know
Yeah.
you're going through some things that are difficult. But again,
Yeah.
it's the thing of recognizing we winning out here.
Hmm.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
Funny looking or ugly.
True.
We winning out here. Thank you, Crystal. You have made it. You have made it through these
Ooh.
hot questions, huh?
Yes. I was nervous, Tina. I was definitely nervous, but
It wasn't too bad, was it?
no, it was great. I
Yeah.
needed that. I've been holding back some tears. Let the tears flow today. You know, you kept yours in. I let mine flow.
Hey, I might
Sometimes you
let
gotta
them
let
flow
them.
later when I ain't talking to the people. I got to act a little bit of
Yeah.
professional, in the
I,
moment.
yes, ma'am. I get it. I get it.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I had a moment where I got a little choked up. I was talking about something. I said, "Oh, I got a little personal right then." Hold it together. But I'm so glad that you were willing to take this time and allow me to interview you again.
Of course.
I have said this before, and I say this even now publicly. You are one of my favorite YouTubers.
Oh
And
my
I say that,
God.
oh, absolutely. And it is because the authenticity, you are willing to just be you unapologetically. And I appreciate that. I
Hmm.
appreciate it because it's not just the fact that you have a smile, but you have an embrace that's real. And because of that, I can come into that space and just be myself. I
Yeah.
could come into that space and I don't have to put on airs. I don't have to not be one way or have to be one other way. I could just come
Yeah.
in and just be Tina.
Yep.
As unprofessional as I want to be, or as professional as I want to be, as inspiring as I desire to be in the moment, or if I just feel like kicking the bobos and talking absolute trash out the side of my neck.
Yes.
Because you know I love to laugh. And so
Yes, Tina.
I'm so thankful for your life, for the love you share, and for you sharing with us your legacy. This is a day that you can pin for many to come and see that you had something to say. And it was weighty and it was heavy, but it was your truth. And I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, Tina, always. And can I say this real quick? I know you the host, but I just gotta repeat what Pink 96 said. She said Tina gives a big sister mentor vibe. She pours so much love into Crystal, and she really does, always have. And I so appreciate her so much. I don't know why she always trying to make me cry all the time, but but she does it every time. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love from Tina. I appreciate the love from all of y'all who just come to my channel and support. I appreciate y'all, man. It
Look,
means
I
a
got
lot.
an official troll. Look at that. I got called an N-word. Oh, I feel so good about that. Wickedness. Thank you. Matter of fact, let me put you up here. Let me tell you
Monique
something.
got him out of that.
I'm
Monique got
so
him out of that.
thankful for you coming into this space. I hope God blesses you abundantly. I
Mm.
pray that He blesses your socks off just for you taking the time out to engage in this channel, with this channel. I hope that He touches you in such a way that when you walk away, you can't deny that He has been in your presence. Thank you for coming in today, and may God bless you richly.
You know that came. You know that was one of my trolls. You don't be having trolls like that. That's just crazy.
Hey, it's
Yeah, they
wonderful to
come in there
me.
saying all kinds of stuff.
That just means I'm growing. Huh? It's growth.
Fact, facts.
Elevated. Come on, some dang it, Tina. Talk about making people cry.
I know she do it every time. But I appreciate it because I've been
Oh,
holding
love
back
from
tears.
Canada. Wow. Look at that. Um, thank you all
Welcome
for
from
coming out.
Canada.
Is there anything that you want to tell the people? Anything that you want to say to the folks? Anything that you got coming up? The floor is yours. Let them know what's going on with Crystal's work.
Well, for the ones that do know, Crystal's World is on a reset. And you can follow that journey for this month of April. I do have a video a vlog because I know a few people said I like when you vlog and this and that. Y'all don't be having a lot going on, so I don't vlog that much. But tomorrow, y'all are getting a vlog, so make sure y'all tap into that 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm just gonna continue putting out whatever it is I decide to put out. And I just appreciate everyone who does support me for me.
Hmm.
um I appreciate it. I don't have a lot going on, but I have something going on. And I
Hmm.
appreciate the support, guys. Thank y'all so much.
I saw you, Kathleen, and I know I ain't saying nothing to you, but I want to make sure before we get out of here that I thank you for the time that you've spent in today's segment of Legacy Tea Time with Tina Mo. I'm so glad that you decided to spend your paraseconds, your minutes, your moments with us. Greetings and salutations. And before we get out of here, we want to welcome you to these chapters. With that being said, I just want to say to all of you all, thank you all for coming out this afternoon. Of course, this is impromptu as always, because when I come up, you never know when I'm going to show up and when I'm going to get out of here. But with that being the case, I hope that you all take in consideration the things that were said today about building your legacy. It's already in motion. It's just you have to be the one to recognize it and be willing to share it with as many as you can, because you never know how that legacy may impact someone else's life and pull them out of a hard place that they never would have come out of had not you spoken Open up your mouth, open up your life, and open up your embrace. Thank you all for coming out. God bless you. And until next time, bye.
Later, y'all.